Welcome back to Kai Speaks, bro. You know, I gotta start these videos off by saying I really appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing on these videos. Y'all really been carrying me through this year, and y'all don't even know it. Y'all been really motivating me to push every single day for newer heights and become better every single day and just post these videos and just get better and be consistent. Stay disciplined and stay on my grind and really try to become something in 2025, bro, and just try to become better. Some of the biggest challenges that I'm gonna go through is, just mental challenges, own challenges that I face for myself, not really within anybody else, and just trying to make it day by day. But we're gonna push through, get through these 365 days, bro. Just pure content and pure valuable information for y'all and for us, and really just grow this year. Like, we're not trying to be stuck in 2024 and not grow this year. We're trying to become something different, right? This year is our year. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna strive for more and push for more. But today I wanted to talk about a huge challenge that it's something that I realized last night. Some of the biggest people, some of the most successful people in the world learn to do things within months instead of years, right? And when I say that, I mean, like, if you have, let's say, money, for instance, because I know a lot of people can relate to that. Let's say money, for instance. Some people like to find out a way, instead of how to make 100K in 1 month, in 1 year, people try to find out how to make 100K in 6 months. Instead of trying to make 10K in 3 months, people try to make 10K in 1 month. So shortening your time frame, I'm very curious to see how that will affect this journey. One thing that I want to start doing is trying my hardest to become better within 6 months, and then that way I have the other 6 months to continue to grow, right? And whether that's financially, whether that's successfully, whether that's body goals wise, trying my hardest to find ways to become better in any aspect in a shorter amount of time, so that way it leaves the rest of the time to become even better, to reach newer heights, right? And that's going to get me to a different level. That's going to get me to that next level of success. Like, literally, when I say this, like, people make some people's annual incomes, if that, within a month or a week, right? And it's crazy to me to even think about, but when you think about it, if you can imagine, you can do it, right? How am I going to go from making 100K in a year to 100K in 6 months, right? How am I going to be able to get to that next level of success in order to push for newer heights, right? How am I going to go from making 10K in 4 to 6 months to making it in 1 month? How am I going to be able to do that in a way that I'm still working hard and still balancing out life while still being able to obtain newer levels of success, right? It's really just like a tester thing. I want to talk a lot more about the financial side on my trading channel. I'll probably talk about that this week. Really being able to shorten out this year for myself, right? This year I'm striving to accomplish more things sooner instead of within a span of a year, right? Like, if I can accomplish some of those goals within 6 months, that's going to be something huge, right? Because then that leaves the other 6 months for more greatness. There's always more room to grow. Instead of trying to do everything within 1 year, try to do everything within 6 months, or even do everything within 10 months, right? It's still shorter, leaving you 2 other months to just continue to grow and reach new heights. Now, with this, I will say, comes a little bit more risk for a little bit more reward, right? And not necessarily to be, I'd say, greedy in a sense, but in order to get to that next level, I do think you have to be a little bit greedy. Otherwise, you'll never be able to get to another level of making new achievements or becoming successful. But more just like a challenging aspect of trying to challenge myself to become something within 6 months, or get to a certain goal in 6 months instead of a year, right? Like, you know how, like, people have yearly vision boards, what they're going to accomplish in a year. Start making vision boards for your month, right? Like, what do you want to accomplish this month? I have a goal to accomplish this month, and I'm trying to strive for that. I have a goal that I accomplish for this year, of course, but in order to really get to that next level of success, going month by month is going to get you there. That's what's going to be able to get you to that next level and be able to get you to newer heights. Like, I never thought about it like that until I realized I really just looked at people who make higher income, people who are more successful, or have gained those body goals faster. Like, they shorten their time limit, they shorten their time span of doing stuff. It means more hard work, of course, but when you shorten your time span, it allows you to become better in that year, within that year, right? Like, to be able to say you make 100K in a month sounds insane to some people, right? But to those people, that's like that's not something huge for them, right? Like, that's something normal for them at that point. They've been able to build up to that point where making 100K a month isn't that big. And to make somebody's annual salary, or even 2 years of annual salary within a month, is crazy to me, right? That is how you get to that next level of success, that next level of being financially stable, financially free at that. Like, that's when, you start buying cars, a lot of investment properties, all having cash flow in all types of forms, shapes, and forms. That is when you can start affording the nice luxury things of life, like that Louis Vuitton bag you want, that Louis Vuitton purse you want to buy for your lady, whatever it is. That's when you can start affording a different type of lifestyle, because that is when you have expandable money. To think that you could grow within that amount of time and then still have time left to even grow even more is huge, right? I'm still going to take it slow, as far as like, I'm not going to necessarily rush things, but I am going to work a little bit harder to try to reach newer heights, right? And for trading instance, going from $1,000 days to $1,500 days would be huge for me, especially since that would make my winning weeks a lot more worthy and a lot closer to making 10K a month. That would be huge for me in a road to get to 100K, right? And then soon get to 100K a month, 100K in 6 months, whatever it is. Really just elevating yourself throughout this whole year and trying to obtain things faster. I genuinely think that this year causes for some change. Last year was a real experimental year. Now it's the doing year. And while I'm doing everything and everything's going well, it's time to start challenging myself and pushing myself to newer heights. Cause as soon as you're challenging yourself and pushing yourself to newer heights, that's when you know you have more for yourself. It's the same thing for like your environment. Like, if you're making the most money, most likely within your city, right? A lot of people aren't making the income that you have, and it's rare to see that, especially from a young person. That is when you need to challenge yourself even more. You need to step into a new environment, because there's nothing left for you there, right? There's nothing left for you in that small little city where you've done achieved everything. You've done achieved than most people there, right? So you have to step into a new environment, challenge yourself, and get to the bottom of the food chain again, so that you can raise your way up to the top. That's what it takes really to become successful. I think by shortening my time frame is what's going to get me to that new level of success in a quicker process, and be able to allow me to obtain something even greater by the end of this year. Like, I'm really excited to go on this journey with y'all, because I want y'all to go through everything, through the hard times, the good times, times where everything's still just coasting. Like, right now we're kind of just coasting at a comfortable level, and we're popping out videos and this and that, trying to grow the audience, but it's time to really start to elevate even more. We're getting real close to our third month in the year already, right? And so we've achieved a lot, but we still got we got a long ways to go, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to continue working 10 times harder to get to that next level sooner. So that way, by the end of the year, we've done achieved things that weren't even on our list, weren't even on our vision board for the year. Right? Like, we done achieved things that we thought weren't going to happen this year. I got a whole bunch of things planned, whether it's moving out, obtaining a certain amount of money, obtaining a certain amount of followers in a certain type of community for this channel. Like, I have huge goals for everything. And in order to do that, I need to give myself time, right? So if I can accomplish one thing in a certain amount of time, I can accomplish another thing in the rest of the time. You know what I mean? So that will really get me to that next level of success. That's what's going to help me grow in this entrepreneur journey. And I think that's what's going to help me become a top 1%er in this world, right? Like, that's going to be able to make me somebody who's able to take care of his family, take care of his woman, take care of his friends, family, whatever it is, loved ones, whoever it is, be able to take care of everybody and still live a comfortable life. Still be able to enjoy the fruits of my labor, enjoy everything that I've created for myself. Really just thinking about it has really it's been huge just thinking about it, because I thought about it last night. I literally was like, I kid you not, I was sitting there laying in bed and I was like, how are people making so much money within a month that people haven't made within a year? And then I realized that allows them to be able to, I didn't overcomplicate it, right? Like, I didn't think about I didn't think about the long time they went through it. I thought about it in a sense of, how hard are they working now versus how hard they were working then? How did you go from making 10K a month or 10K a year to making 10K within a week, 10K within a day, right? How were you able to elevate that? How were you able to get to that status? And that's going to be a huge question, and that's going to be a huge challenge this year. And I can't wait to go through that with y'all and tell y'all, and I'm going to update y'all too. I'm going to let y'all know, like, how am I going through trying to work harder to obtain more faster, so that way I can obtain more throughout the whole year, right? I'm going to tell y'all how it goes throughout the whole journey. That's really it for this video, man. I really just wanted to rant about trying to obtain, yearly wins within monthly wins, right? And that's what's going to get you to that next level of success and get you to a newer heights, a newer height of level, a newer achievement, a newer peak, right, of life. But I hope y'all enjoy this video, man. Make sure you check out my socials at Kai Speaks 05 on Instagram and TikTok. And if you're interested in day trading, check out Kai Academy 05 on Instagram and TikTok. Instagram is where I post all my trades daily, whether it's a win, loss, or break even. So make sure y'all check that out. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you make the most out of your day. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Peace.